My name's Nick. I'm new here. So, nice to meet you. So this is my story of hope. I grew up right over in West Glenville, so I've spent quite a bit of time on a four-wheeler. So I've been stuck in some mud, especially in the spring mud season. So there's lots of ruts in my parents' field where I got stuck. So not too long ago, though, I found myself in a different kind of rut, a spiritual rut. I still had faith in Jesus. I still went to church, still served. But that passion that I had wasn't there. Worship felt routine. Reading the Bible felt like a chore. And I just didn't feel spiritually alive. I had become that lukewarm Christian that Jesus talked about in Revelation when he said, "Because you are lukewarm, I spit you out of my mouth." I felt disillusioned with the church that I was part of. And I felt like I was just a number, and I didn't feel fed or seen there. And to make matters worse, my wife Hannah was employed by the church, taking pictures every Sunday, so I hadn't gotten to sit by her and worship or stand next to her in church for practically a year. Eventually, Hannah decided to resign from that position, allowing us to explore other churches. Quick Google search led us to Fireside. And from our first time here, we just felt the presence of God in a way that we hadn't in a very long time. The worship felt real. The teaching was full of truth, and it just felt genuine. And like Hannah said, after our first time here, she said, "They're just so real," which we loved. So since then, we've become members. We've made some new friends. We've joined the Young Families Life Group. So, and something Paul, shout out to Paul, reminded me is when Peter was walking on water in Matthew 14. As long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he stayed above the water. As soon as he started looking around, he started sinking. So, just like Paul, when I started looking at Jesus, he reached his hand out, pulled me back out. So in Psalm 51:10, David asked the Lord to create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a spirit within me. And he's done that for me. And just like being stuck in a rut or sinking in the water, I looked up at Jesus, I reached out my hand, and he was there and pulled me right out. So if you're feeling like you're stuck in a rut, just look up. Jesus is right there with his hand out, ready to pull you out.